Hello everyone, this is your Cosmic Slade Piru speaking, and welcome to the second part of Chapter 3 of my fanfiction book, Dream, Chronicles of a Hero. In the first part of this chapter, which I highly recommend checking out if you haven't seen it yet, Slade, Superman, and Oracle met Xerr, one of the other prisoners on Brainiac's Starship. Xerr comes across as a gruff, tough, and solitary man, at times even unhinged. He appears to be a former soldier or a battle-hardened veteran who has survived countless hardships, relying only on himself and distrusting those around him. Beneath his rough, sarcastic, and seemingly selfish demeanor, however, lies a far more complex individual. Someone burdened by anger, pain, and emotional wounds as deep as the scars covering his body. Despite constantly insisting on his independence, his actions suggest that he is not entirely indifferent to others and that beneath his emotional armor of steel and cynicism, there may be a better man than he is willing to admit. Anyway, many prisoners are still trapped aboard Brainiac's ship, and our heroes must continue their journey through the alien vessel in search of survivors. So, without further ado, let's continue the story. Enjoy the journey.
A group of Brainiac sentinels ambushed us, springing from hidden alcoves in the walls. They opened fire without hesitation, unleashing destabilizing beams and concentrated energy blasts from the weapons integrated into their mechanical bodies. As we tried to dodge as best we could, the corridor became a whirlwind of light, smoke, and chaos. I managed to summon my blue aura, this time almost without thinking. It was as if, at last, that energy truly responded to my will. Superman, of course, was already bracing himself to plow through by sheer force. But then, it happened. Xerr moved. He didn't hesitate. He didn't grumble. He didn't complain. With startling speed and precision, he hurled himself into the fray like a shadow in the flames, fluid and lethal. It was in that moment we truly understood. All his gruff attitude was just a facade. Aside from his mechanical arm, Xerr didn't seem to have any obvious powers, but he didn't need them. His body was the weapon. We watched him grab a drone by the head and crush it with a single squeeze of his metal arm, as if it were an empty soda can. Then he turned calmly, picked up a shard of metal from the floor, and hurled it with a sharp, clean motion. The piece ricocheted off one wall, then another, and finally struck a flying drone square on, slamming it into the ceiling in a shower of sparks. Wow, he used the wall as a rebound, I said, astonished.
3 bounces, trajectory calculated by sight, target hit.
Oracle observed with a note of admiration.
Okay, he's earning points.
I don't need your points.
Xerr growled, intercepting a laser blast with a panel ripped from the wall.
I just need to stay alive, and since I'm doing all the work, I'd say I'm doing a damn good job of it.
You've got as much talent for sarcasm as you do for killing,
Superman commented, as he grabbed 2 drones and smashed them together.
What can I say? War builds character.
Xerr shot back. He didn't miss a beat. Every object he grabbed became a projectile. Every strike was precise, calculated, lethal. He moved in sync with the environment, as if he had eyes in the back of his head. And he didn't even need to get close to deal damage. This guy's like a super soldier with a Terminator arm, I muttered under my breath.
Confirmed.
Oracle replied.
But without the charm, and with a habit of throwing himself off spaceships.
By the end of the battle, the drones lay scattered in pieces across the floor. The air reeked of ozone and molten metal. Xerr ran a hand through his white hair and glanced toward the darkness of the next corridor.
If we're done with the show, I'd say we can move on.
Then he turned to me.
Or do you want an autograph?
Only if you sign it with that robot arm, I shot back. Bet it could carve marble.
Mostly it's good for cracking skulls, if needed.
He retorted, turning away. and without another word, he started walking. I watched him for a moment. He was arrogant, rough, antisocial, but in spite of all that, he was on our side. And right then, in the corridors of an alien ship looming over Earth, that was all that mattered. As we moved forward, Oracle's voice returned in our ears, this time with a different tone. Lower, more thoughtful.
Hey guys, quick interruption. I've been digging for info on Xerr, and, well, I found something.
Superman slowed his pace. I stayed silent, listening. Xerr, though trying to keep his usual mask of indifference, showed a tighter, more rigid expression.
You're really that eager to know who I am, huh?
He grumbled, irritated. Oracle ignored him, continuing calmly, but with a certain firmness in her voice.
The name Xerr doesn't appear in any official database. But, digging through archives that aren't exactly public, I found a match.
She paused briefly, as if weighing what to reveal and how.
His real name has been erased, probably deliberately, but the physical parameters and operational profile line up with an agent who disappeared weeks ago during a covert mission in Casnia. One of the best, apparently. Specialist in infiltration, high-risk sabotage, undercover ops, a legend in the shadows.
Xerr stopped, then slowly turned toward a nearby console. He wasn't looking at me or at Superman.
Casnia,
He muttered, his voice lower.
that mission was a trap. Off the books. Unauthorized. We were supposed to slip in, recover a prototype high-tech weapon, and get out quietly. But something went wrong.
He fell silent for a moment, then raised his mechanical arm, staring at it as if truly seeing it for the first time.
I lost my right arm in an explosion. My gear scans picked up something. Nanites. While I was bleeding out, sure it was the end, I saw one of those things reach me. Maybe twice the size of a mosquito. It landed on my hand, fused with my body, and I felt a shiver followed by searing pain all through me. Then this thing started to grow.
He paused, and the silence grew heavier.
I woke up hours later in the rubble. The arm was there. New. Alive. Not biological, but still mine.
And then?
Superman asked respectfully, watching him closely.
Then nothing.
Xerr replied curtly.
I realized all my mission partners were dead, and then the big one showed up. Robots. Bigger than the Sentinels we faced on this ship. Despite the fight I put up, they neutralized me. I was apparently captured. And I woke up today. Here!
We looked at him in silence, and in that suspended instant, the air grew heavy with everything he wasn't saying.
Anyway, that's the end of the story.
Xerr cut it short.
I'm not here to share my past or make friends.
He took a step forward, firm.
But one thing's certain, I don't plan on dying in here. And if that means teaming up with a flying Boy Scout and a guy whose voice could probably convince a truck to become a hero, fine, for now.
Oracle sighed into the comm.
It's official. There are moments when I adore him and hate him at the same time.
Good.
Superman said.
Then let's move on. Together.
Xerr answered with a grunt. That word, together, seemed to weigh on him more than it could ever comfort him. I nodded in silence, clenching my fists to bleed off the tension still vibrating through my muscles. We resumed moving forward through the labyrinth of metallic corridors, a cold, oppressive tangle that seemed to change shape with every step. Every turn was indicated to us in real time by Oracle's voice, precise and steady, guiding us like a combat-grade GPS through a steel hell. During one of those rare moments of relative calm, if the temporary absence of killing machines could even be called that, I lowered my gaze to the wrist communicator. Its holographic surface activated with a faint pulse of light, opening the group communication interface. Each member of the team was represented by an icon. Xerr and I had anonymous images, neutral silhouettes devoid of identity. Superman, on the other hand, was instantly recognizable. His iconic S symbol shone on the screen with a steady, reassuring light, like a beacon in digital chaos. But it was Oracle's icon that truly caught my attention. A green alien head floated in virtual space, suspended in nothingness like a bodiless idea. Around it flowed vertical streams of code, an endless rain of green symbols, pure matrix style, which seemed to pass through it without ever truly touching it. The features were feminine, sharp, essential, as if they had been sculpted more by an algorithm than by a human hand. Perfectly symmetrical lines ran along the cranial dome, starting at the forehead and branching backward like living circuits, veins of light etched into the skin. They weren't mere decorations. They gave the impression of processing channels, of thoughts flowing at inhuman speed. The eyes, narrow, slanted, devoid of pupils, emanated an unsettling presence. They seemed to scrutinize everything, as if observing not only space, but its variables as well. The expression was neutral, imperturbable, devoid of any readable emotion. I swallowed quietly, realizing that I had been staring at that icon, perhaps for a few seconds too long, and so I decided to speak. Oracle, but is this floating head actually you? I asked, glancing at the little screen.
Looks more like an avatar to me. Unless this lady is an alien or an artificial intelligence.
Xerr cut in, scoffing as he glanced at his own communicator.
I'm not a floating head. I'm not an alien. And I'm not an AI.
Oracle's voice was firm, clipped.
Human. 100%.
Then she snapped back into operational mode.
Now focus. Turn right at the next fork, then keep straight until you reach a containment point. I'm reading an open capsule, and sensors indicate the prisoner is conscious. And moving.
We quickened our pace, already knowing what to expect. Probably another confused prisoner, either naked or in makeshift clothes, frightened and disoriented. But this time, it wasn't like that.
And with this, Chapter 3 comes to an end. Slade, Superman, and Oracle are knowing Xerr better. But now I'd like to hear from you. What are your first impressions on his background and story so far? Let me know in the comments below, and feel free to share your thoughts on this latest chapter. Also, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to support my work and help this project continue to grow. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and until next time, see you in game, guys.